Hi guys, welcome to Core. Our lesson on Native Americans today is a story called Where's Winona? This is Mapaya, a Sioux girl. Sioux is the name of the tribe, remember? Why do you think she looks so happy? Every year, Mapaya looks forward to moving with her family to their summer camp. After several days of traveling from their winter camp, they have finally arrived at Mapaya's favorite place. While the men hunt for buffalo, she and her family will live in this special spot with the other Sioux families until their days shorten. This is Mapaya's family. Her mother, her father, her grandmother, her little sister Tashna, and the baby right here, Shatan. Shatan is her baby brother. Tashna, little sister, Shatan, baby brother. Do you see anything in this picture that is made from buffalo skins? Why, yes. Their clothes and moccasins are made of buffalo skins, and their teepees or houses are made from buffalo too. Think how easy it would be able to carry your house with you if you lived in a teepee. Teepees are easily taken apart and put back together. Look closely at this picture. Do you see the two poles near the horse's head? Right here. A frame is connected to the two poles behind the horse, forming a travois, a type of sled used to pull the family's teepee and other belongings. So this pulls the family's stuff. Mapaya's mother is the one who always packs and unpacks the teepee and belongings. Before leaving the winter camp, Mapaya's mother piled their clothing, blankets, and rugs onto the backs of horses. Many things were loaded onto a travois. Even grandmother and Tashna rode on a travois. Shatan traveled in the cradle board in the mother's back. Mapaya packed her toys in a parfleche, which is a small bag made out of buffalo hide. This is her parfleche. She took special care with her doll, Winona, wrapping her up in a little fur blanket before putting her into the parfleche. Mother made Winona for Mapaya. Mother also helped Mapaya sew clothes and little beaded moccasins for the doll. Mapaya loved Winona very much. The Sioux are busy setting up their new summer camp. Their teepees form a circle with all the doorways facing each other. They are set up in order of the family's importance. Since the chief is the person in charge of the tribe, his teepee is the most important. So here's the chiefs right here. Mapaya's father is a respectful warrior and hunter, so his family's teepee is placed next to the chief's. Mapaya's family will raise its teepee beside some cottonwood trees. Mother leans Shatan, right here's cradle board, against the tree trunk in the shade. He is fast asleep. Mapaya usually has to watch over little Tashna, but today grandmother will look after her. She will take her over to visit Mapaya's aunt since her teepee has already been raised. Mapaya is glad to be given a break. Tashna is always getting into mischief. Mother starts raising the teepee's frame with its long, thin wooden poles. To build the teepee, Mother ties the three poles together. Using a long rope, she pulls them upright to form the shape of a triangle. This makes a strong base. Then she adds more poles to the frame, leaning them against the notch formed by the three poles at the top. The teepee cover is attached last to the pole. Lifting the pole up at the back of the teepee, Mother leans it into the other poles. Then Mapaya helps her pull the cover around the poles, making the walls of the teepee. They join the two sides of the cover with pegs, leaving an opening for the doorway under the last peg. During the hot summer months, they will roll the teepee cover away from the door and tie it up. The smoke hole at the top of the teepee can be opened and closed too, so then the smoke can go out. So what they're saying is this can flap over so it covers the whole thing, but during the hot summer months, they unroll it kind of like a tent, and then they probably tie it off right here so air can come in. If they ever build a fire in here, there's a hole right here at the top so the smoke can go up. At last, the teepee is complete. Mapaya thinks about her own toy teepee. She wants to set it up for her doll, Winona. Mapaya took the toy teepee apart before packing it and will put it together again just as her mother did with the family teepee. By copying her mother in her play, Mapaya learns how to do things she will have to do when she grows up. Mapaya finds the parfleche in which she packed her toys lying open on the ground. The parfleche is the bag. She reaches inside and pulls out the soft deerskin teepee cover and the little wooden poles. Winona's little fur blanket is there too. But Winona is not inside the blanket. Mapaya pulls everything out of the bag. No Winona. Worried, Mapaya searches through the other bags, but her doll is not inside any of them. Did Winona fall out of the bag while the family was traveling here? Is the little doll lost in the long grass that covers the plains? So much grass. Such a long trip. If Winona fell out, how will she ever find her? Mapaya's father finds her searching for Winona in the long grass. Have you seen my doll? Mapaya asks him. No, he answers. I found my parfleche open. Maybe Winona fell out along the way. Don't worry, says father. I was the one who took all the parfleche off the horses when we got here. None of them were open. Your doll could not have fallen out along the way. Mapaya's mother joins her, who has made a fire and is starting to cook. Father tightens his bow as Shaitan continues to sleep. Mother, have you seen Winona? Asks Mapaya. No, says Mother, I haven't seen your doll. Just then, Shaitan wakes up and starts to cry. Of all the family, Mapaya is the best at getting Shaitan to stop crying. She goes over to the tree, makes a silly face, and sticks out her tongue. Shaitan stops crying. He laughs and laughs. And that's when Mapaya sees them. 2 little beaded moccasins poking upside down from the cradle board. She tugs hard. Out comes the legs, then the dress, then the arms, and the head of Winona. Mapaya gives Winona a big hug. Mapaya asks, how did you get in there, silly girl? At that moment, Tashna toddles over from her auntie's teepee with grandmother, trying to do her best to keep up. Nona, she exclaims. She pulls Winona out of Mapaya's hands and sticks the doll back inside Shaitan's cradle board. Now I know who did it, said Mapaya. It was little sister. You are right, Mapaya, says Mother. I suppose tomorrow I will have to make Tashna a doll of her very own. We've learned so much about Native Americans and how they live and how they create things. Thanks so much for listening as we've been learning all about the Native Americans. Tomorrow there will be no core lesson, so we'll pick this up next week on Monday. Okay, talk to you soon.